Good call. Thank you, Isabella. We are recording now. So I want you guys to think about the person that you look up to the most. So I want you to think about like your mentor, whether that's a business person, someone that is around you, someone that you look up to that really inspires you. I just want you to get like that person in your head and just put got it in the comments when you know who that one person is. And this doesn't need to be like some idol. This needs to be like a person that you kind of have some kind of access to, whether that's on social media or in real life or something. But one person that you're like, that might be a life I'd switch with. You know what I mean? Like somebody that you would think that about. Okay. Genie Boo. Okay, you guys got, what the heck? Who just signed into Barbie's Zoom? How do I get back? Can y'all see me still? Okay, it popped me off because someone signed into Barb. It was probably Barb. Anywho, okay, so you guys have the person that you think of. Okay, now on your paper, I'm gonna turn on some music. I will be using hype music. If it's not your style of music, I'll go like this when I'm done so you can turn your sound back on. But I tried the classical for those of you who preferred that, and that like 100% killed my vibe. So actually, if I do that, last time it didn't let me post it on YouTube. So we're just gonna have to chill in silence, okay? We're gonna have to chill in silence. But when you guys are done, I want you to put done in the comments. So what we're gonna do is on paper, I want you to list 10 qualities about this person that is the reason that you look up to them. So whether it's about their business, whatever it is that when you think about this person, this is what comes to mind, 10 things, and just put done in the comments when you're done. Okay, just drop done in the comments when you're done. But I wanted to do this activity tonight because this is something that I was going to do for my personal self. I thought about it in the shower and I was like, that's what I need to do. So if you're just hopping on, you guys, what we're doing is we're thinking about the person that we look up to or admire the most, and we're listing 10 characteristics about that person that are things that you admire about that person or look up to them for. So just put done in the comments when you have your 10. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes because I know some people just hopped on, and I want you guys to get this because it'll kind of be what the whole Zoom is about. Okay, if you only have 3, that might not be your person because they should come to you pretty fast. You might should start struggling around 7 or 8, but you should be able to get me 10 good characteristics. 12, I love it. Yeah, if you have more, keep going. If you can think of more than 10 things, absolutely keep going. Okay, if you need more time, just drop more time in the comments. It's no problem if you do, but I just don't want to go ahead if you guys are still working or keep y'all waiting if everyone's done. Okay, cool. Let's roll. I think that we have all of these. So I want you guys to drop some of those characteristics in the comments. I'll tell you guys mine. The person that I look up to is authentic, consistent, persistent, humble, hardworking, honest, funny, genuine, driven, and goal oriented. So those are some words that I like. Relatable, that's an amazing word. Honest, consistent, supportive, positive, energetic, awesome, action oriented, powerful, resilient, open minded, selfless, giver, hustler, leader, teacher, no excuses, awesome, strong, loyal, problem solving, outgoing, sincere. Good. These are awesome words. So these are good characteristics. These are things that we should be looking up to. So I really, really like this. And so what I thought about is, like I said in the beginning, the people that we surround ourselves with is so important. Like that will literally be the key to making or breaking you. I've seen it happen in times in my life based on who I was surrounding myself around, where I was at in that moment. And so I encourage you guys to find people that you can easily list 10 good things about. And those are the people that you should be giving the majority of your energy to. It doesn't mean that like you can't be around other people that maybe need more of you in this season or whatever, but these are the people that should get the majority of your energy, people like this. And so I was thinking about this because I was like, I really want to start enrolling some people on my team that are like me, or that are like the people that I look up to, that are energetic, that are driven, that are goal oriented and hardworking and humble and persistent and consistent, right? Like how many of you guys, just give me some emojis in the comments if that's the kind of people that you want to enroll. You're like, I want to enroll the people who want to show up. Like I don't want to beg you to work. I don't want to have to pull teeth and like do all the things to get you to see that you should be working. Like I just want people that are going to show up and work. And so I was like, why do I not always enroll these people? Okay. And this is going to be a little bit of a real talk, but first things first, you have to look at yourself and say, am I the kind of person that I actually want to enroll? So when you look at this list of characteristics that you have about this person, I just want you guys to say yes or no in the comments if you think of yourself as similar to this person. Yes or no, if you think of yourself as similar. No, no, yes, yes, yes-ish, yes, no. Okay, so we have both. So I had you guys write this down because I want you to put it somewhere that you can see. And every time you're about to make a decision or choose not to do something or choose to do something, look at that list and ask yourself if that kind of aligns with it. And so that's what I was thinking about myself today, because I was tired today and I was like, I don't really know if I feel like doing that. Like, I don't really, like, here's my to-do list. I was like, I don't know if I really feel like doing all that today. And I started thinking, like, what would so-and-so do? And I was like, so-and-so would probably do the to-do list, right? And so when you have these characteristics in front of you and you're thinking about it, you're going to be so much more likely to do the things that you need to do. And that's what it really comes down to. And we've talked about this a million times before too, is that it's not these huge decisions, right? So like at month end, if you had an amazing month or the worst month ever, it wasn't the last 2 days that actually made that difference, right? It was the things that you had been doing day in and day out, those little things for the last 90 days that actually made a difference. And so on the last day of the month, I think that I counted up and it was 22 loyal customers, and I enrolled like on the last day of the month. And I have no idea how that happened other than I was consistently planting seeds for the last 90 days. And so that's why we wanted to call this Zoom 90 days committed, because it wasn't that anything really particularly that I did that last day of the month. It was the fact that I had been consistent for day in and day out for 90 straight days, really like 5 years, but 90 days where I was pushing hard. And so these people wanted me to succeed. They're like, I want to see you hit that goal because I've been seeing you show up every single day. And I literally had people that were like, tell me how many products I need to order because you're so consistent and I want to see you hit this goal, right? Have any of you ever had somebody tell you that? They're like, I'm ordering because you're consistent. Because to be honest with you, whether they tell you that or not, the majority of people that are going to enroll and purchase from you are going to do that because of that reason. They can go to Walmart today and get literal, it's not going to be as good, but you know, most people don't realize that they can go to Walmart and get keto coffee or fat burners or greens or reds or all the things. Why are they going to choose you, right? They're going to choose to purchase from you because you're this list of characteristics, because you're consistent, because you're showing up, you're persistent, you're humble, you're hardworking, you're driven, you're energetic. And it's their way of paying you back for the energy that you provide to their lives. Does that make sense? Give me some thumbs up if you guys are feeling me. So whenever I have people on my social media that I look up to, the way that I say thank you, so even the person that I have as my list sells products on social media, not what we do or whatever, has like their own situation. But anytime she is selling anything, I buy it. And I don't buy it because I necessarily need it. She sells bags, not because I necessarily need a bag or a wallet or whatever she's selling at that moment. But it's in my head, the way that I can say thank you for pouring into me every day without even really knowing, right? So it's my way of showing up and saying thank you for what you give to me. And so there's so many people who would be willing to do that for you if you're showing up every single day. So hopefully you guys understand the connection of that and are able to look at that list. And when you start to feel yourself slack off, I want you to look at those characteristics and ask yourself if you're acting the way that the person in that list would act, you know? And I think that that's a real, if you're religious, you might do that with like, you know, the Lord or whatever, but this is like a very hands-on situation that you can think about. How is this person going to show up today? Because it's all the little things that are really going to add up. So what I want you guys to do tonight is I want you to be ready to make a serious commitment with the team tonight, that you're going to be committed for 90 days. So Barb, back in the day, I don't remember when this was, but I know that it was quite early when I joined in the business, but I remembered her saying, like, if you took one day off, it would take 3 days to make up for that. 1 month off, it'd take 3 months to make up for that. Something along those lines. And it stuck with me so hard because I was like, holy cow, like this is really something that I'm going to have to pour into every day, but it's going to pay off. And so the proof of the pudding was last month for me. Let me just be honest with you guys. So since January was a pretty good month. We had a push. Who remembers that? Just drop an emoji in the comments if you remember. January was pretty exciting. Everybody was fired up. Things were going. And then February hit. And I think it was like the short month mixed with like being tired from January. I don't know, but like February wasn't it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, here we are again, right? And so I saw my February check and I was just like, dang it. Like I thought that things were going up in January. And this is just me being honest with you guys, because I want you to understand that it's always like this, like with a business, because it's such a mind situation. It's always going to be up and down. But I was like, holy cow, like I really thought January was going to be the start of things. And then February kind of took a little bit of a dump for me. But I stayed committed. I was like, it doesn't matter if we don't hit the goal this month. I'm going to keep pushing like we are. And I'm going to keep pushing like this is going to happen. And so February, not really how I wanted it to go, but March, I was like, here we go again. Like we're digging in, we're going to do it again. At the end of March, didn't quite hit where we wanted to be, but I could see that things were still going up. And then April, I was like, here it is, that 90-day mark. So at the 90-day mark is when all of that effort from February, March, April really paid off, right? And so, you have an opportunity right now to make a decision that we have May, June, July. By the end of July, would you guys be willing to work super hard if you knew that by the end of July, you could be in a completely different space than you are now? When I started this business, I went diamond in 90 days. Okay, so how many of you have a goal to go diamond in 90 days or have a goal to go diamond, period? It can be done in 90 days, right? If Barb can do it in 9 and Juliana can do it in like 4 seconds or 5 days or whatever it was. I don't know. If everybody can do it fast, if even I can do it in 3 months, then anybody can do it in 3 months. Okay. And like, that was when I had like 40 followers on Instagram, like nothing crazy. So anybody can do that in 90 days if you are committed. So that's my goal for you guys, is that we put something together. So for 90 days, we're really, really committed. And at the end of July, things look a lot different for you than they do right now. Okay. So we've done this a million times, and I feel like this is just a little different. Okay. So I need you guys to trust me here, is that I want you to just close your eyes for a second. I'm looking at you guys so I can see. I want you to close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to think about the person that you put on the list. Okay, so I want you to pretend that you're them right now. All right, you're the person on the list, and somebody is asking you, and even if they're not in this business, I want you to pretend that they are. Okay, they're in this business, they just joined today. This person is being on a Zoom, okay? And someone asked them, what is your goal rank in 90 days? What do you think that person would say? Would they say executive? Would they say ruby? Would they say emerald? Would they say diamond? What do you think that their goal would be in 90 days? Okay. So when you have your answer for what you think, open your eyes. Let me know in the chat what you think their goal would be. Diamond, black diamond, period. Diamond ambassador, diamond, diamond. Wow, I'm not seeing a lot of ruby like I see when I ask you guys what your goals are. Isn't that wild? There we go. We got a ruby. Diamond ambassador, diamond. I love it. Okay, so this is my point. I want you guys to start thinking of yourself a lot bigger. All right, and I think that that's the biggest issue that many of you guys have is you can't see yourself as what you're actually capable of. You can't see yourself at that point. The person that has all of these qualities, you can have all of those too. There's absolutely no reason that you can't start today and start showing up as authentic, as consistent, as persistent, as humble, as hardworking, as honest, funny, whatever it is. There's no reason that you can't start today and start showing up like that, right? Like everybody has that capability. And so I want you guys now, you've established that this person would probably make a big goal. This person would probably say, I'm going all in, I will get it done, right? Now I want you to think of yourself now and hold yourself to a higher standard than you naturally would, and let me know what your goal is for the end of July. Is there 30 days or 31 days in July? I never know. Let me see. 31. Okay, July 31st. What rank we're aiming for? Diamond, diamond, triple, double. I love it. I'm seeing some big goals. Amazing. Okay, so I want you guys to write that down on that same piece of paper. I want you to write the rank and July 2021, because that's going to be our goal. That's what we're going to start pushing for. It may be a really big goal. You may be thinking right now, like, I'm just writing this down for absolutely no reason. If you're struggling with it, then I don't want you to write anything. Okay. If you don't actually feel like that you're going to be committed to this and you're going to get it done, I want you to lay in your bed tonight and ask yourself, really dig deep and ask yourself why you're having a hard time with that, what it is that's holding you back and keeping you from believing that you can do whatever. Because personally, I don't think anybody should be writing anything less than diamond. Like, you have 90 full days to make something happen. If you show up every single day to the best of your ability, there's nobody on this Zoom that couldn't go diamond in 90 days if you really showed up. So if you're struggling with that, I want you to just lay in your bed tonight and ask yourself why. And then tomorrow, if you're still struggling, I want you to reach out to someone to have a talk with you, and maybe help you figure out exactly what your why is, exactly why you want this to work, because there's a link missing there. Because everybody on here that is calling out these goals, how many of you just put yes in the comments if you know exactly why you need that or why you want that, right? Exactly. Everybody that's putting that down, you know why you need that. You know why you need that income and why you need that freedom and what this is going to provide. It's not about an actual rank of saying like, hey, I'm diamond. I don't think the way our team is set up, I don't think anybody really wants to be on this team so that they can brag and be like, I'm diamond, right? Like, I don't think that's really what it is. Nobody's on here like, I can't wait to just tell everyone that I'm ambassador. Most of you guys have things that are a lot deeper than that. Like, you need the freedom. You want to be with your kids. You want to be able to take your family on vacations. Like, there's things that are a lot bigger than just having that rank. So if you're unable to think of the rank that you want, it's because there's a little bit of a link missing and you probably just don't know why you want it. So you can reach out to me or Barb or whoever your upline is and kind of ask them to help you dig a little bit deeper and figure out what it is that you really want so that you're able to make these goals. Okay, so I'm not going to talk the whole time. Alyssa's going to talk some too. But Alyssa, you call out your goal, and I want you to just talk a little bit about the pushes that you've been doing and kind of your game plan to making this happen for our 90 days committed.
Yes. So my goal is triple by the end of 90 days. So let me know, like, when was the last time you actually gave yourself 90 days to run after a goal? And be honest with me, because last time that I was super committed to it was last year after conference. And I went into conference as being paid as a distributor. My highest rank was diamond. Like, I fell way off the charts with it. I left conference. 90 days later, I was back to diamond. So if that doesn't tell you that you can do this, then I don't know what can, because I went from being the lowest on the charts to diamond in 90 days, you guys. 90 days. That included February, which had shorter time. So I'm just going through it. 2 years ago, I haven't in the full 90 days. We are committing tonight as a whole entire team and to yourself, because you guys deserve this. You guys truly deserve to give yourself 90 days to work as hard as you can to hit these goals. Because when I did that, it felt so good knowing that I could do it. It felt so good seeing diamond back on my E-Suite. And lately, like, my goal for this year was I want to go full time in this business. So I've been going nonstop. I did fall off, like I wasn't maintaining as I should have been towards the end of the year, but I finally got it back this year. I worked as hard as I could the past 90 days. Like, it was insane. Probably had like the most loyals I've ever signed. Probably like did my first 2 years worth of loyals in just a couple of months. So it's crazy to see like what can happen if you put your mind to it. And why have you guys, like, name one reason why you haven't pushed yourself to go to the rank that you want to go? Because honestly, like, I was shouting out double a year ago. Am I double now? No. Why? I was scared. I was terrified because I was just thinking, what if I can't do it? What if I do it and then something happens? What if I do it and I don't maintain? What if I do it? My whole entire team quits. What if I do it? What if I do? What if I? What if I? It was a constant what if game. And I finally realized, like, I got to stop doing that. I got to show up for myself. I got to show up for my why. So this is why you guys have to remember your why. Tell me, like, a quick verbiage. What is your why? Like, why are you doing this business? Why? Want to move out of state, buy a house, travel, freedom, financial stability. Perfect. So do you think, like, for example, your family, your family deserves you working as hard as you can for the next 90 days to see where it can help them, where it can take them. Steph wants to move out of state, buy a house. 90 days. Give yourself 90 days and I guarantee you'll do it. Because I know deep down, every single one of you has the capability to pour into your business for the next 90 days. Go full speed, full speed. Don't give yourself any doubts. Don't have fear. Just run with it. And I guarantee you it'll happen at the end, because that's what I did. And I got it. That's what Julia did. She got it. And we're about to do it again, because we're not stopping. Like, this is our season. If you guys really think about it, like, the past year, like, it was awful. Like, I'm sure everyone can agree with that. It was an awful past year. So we deserve it. Okay. So I want you guys, with those writing down, like, write it all over your house. Honestly, the month I went diamond, I have a makeup mirror right in front of me. I wrote it right on my makeup mirror because I get ready here every single day, and it would remind myself, like, I am capable of doing this. I had my phone background be my exact goal, my laptop background. I had it all over my dream board. I had it everywhere, and I did it. So I want you guys to do that. And we aren't stopping. So don't be scared, because fear was a huge thing for me. I was so scared to shout out that I was going double. I would send voice notes to Julia, be like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I let another month slide by. I didn't promote. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Well, I made the decision that I'm doing it. It has clicked in my head that I am doing it. I'm no longer scared because I know that I deserve this promotion. I know that I deserve everything that is going to be coming to me. I know my team deserves it. So you guys have to make that decision. It's a mindset and you have to run with it. But I am so excited. These next 90 days are going to be the best yet. And I just can't wait to see every single one of you promote, because I know you guys are all capable. You guys are capable of that and so much more. I guarantee, like, Give it like a year, top 150, every single one of you. I know it. But who is excited? Make sure you write all of these down, put it all over your house, because you have to remind yourself every single day. Like, you don't want to have a day go by that you don't see that goal, because one day will go by and then you'll start to like kind of be like, maybe like maybe I shouldn't push for it. Maybe I should just like wait a month. It's not my month. But no, it is. So I am so pumped up. Yes, not stopping. So ready to go. Yay.
I love it. You guys, so I want to talk a little bit more too about exactly 90 days, and then a little bit of the technical stuff of what you're going to have to do, because it's great if you have this goal, but you're going to need to know exactly what you're doing every day to kind of make this happen, right? So if you're committed, you're like, I don't even need the details, like I'm in. I want you guys to put 90 days committed in the chat. And I'll tell you guys that when I started, I had 3 jobs. I was in school full-time, like college, with 19 hours. Like it was really crazy, and I still managed to go diamond in 90 days. And that changed everything, because at the end of the 90 days, when I went diamond, I was like, I'm quitting all 3 jobs. I'm going to finish school and I'm going to focus on this full time. Yeah, I'm still giving you guys details, don't worry. But so in 90 days, it went from me working at the beginning of that, me working 3 jobs in school full time. I was literally working from like 4 a.m. to midnight every single day, finding ways to like work this business in between, to at the end of that, I just quit all 3 jobs. I was like, I'm in, I'm committed, I'm doing this. And I bought a car. Like, so much can change in 90 days, you guys. When you make that decision and you decide like, I'm going all in, I'm going to give it everything I have, things start working in your favor. When you really start believing it and you start saying like, I'm going to show up like this, things will meet your energy. I don't know how it happens. I don't know the details. I don't know how that works, but I just know it does. Okay. So you're just going to have to trust me on that it works. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Pretty much every day, the bare minimum that I am challenging you guys to do, if you're doing this 90 days committed, is a 6 list. So I want you guys to put in the comments 6 list. If you know what a 6 list is, then let me know. If you are ready to share that. 6 list. Okay. Here's our 6 list. I'm going to paste it here. That paste? Okay. Here we go. So our 6 list, this is like the bare minimum. Like if you don't do anything else, this is what you're doing. This isn't all you're going to be doing. Like if you put Ruby as your goal, you might could get away with doing this every day, one good time, and get there. But who remembers, who was on the Zoom with Candace when she said that Ruby is not a residual income, right? Like that's not the point where you're at a residual income. And that's what, if you put whoa, my words didn't catch up. If you put financial freedom or debt free or freedom of any sorts as what you wanted out of this business, Ruby just isn't going to cut it. Like it's an amazing achievement. It's awesome. And it's a first step, but like diamond or higher is where you start really creating that residual income. So a 6 list is like bare minimum. You're getting started. You're getting your feet wet. Okay. So you wake up, you're doing some self-development. So you're reading a book, listening to a podcast, hopping on the 8 a.m. Zoom, like whatever it is for your self-development, you're finding a way to get that done. You're posting. You posting says, hey, I'm still working this business. I'm open for business. You can order from me today. That's pretty much all that says. That's not going to do much. Like that's just, again, a bare minimum task. You're following people. So you have to grow your network. At a certain point, if you're not doing this every single day, you're talking to the same 20 people. Okay. And so if you're having a moment, I want you guys to drop a 1 in the comments. If last month you were like, nobody wants to buy from me, right? Nobody wants what I have. Nobody's saying yes to me. Everybody's telling me no. Like you've probably just ran out of your market, right? You probably haven't been growing your network. So every single day you're going to have to grow that network and find new people. If not, you're talking to the same people and eventually you will only get no's because you've already either gotten a yes or they're a solid no. So you're following, you're interacting. So this is social media, social networking. Like you're going to have to talk to people. Okay. You're going to have to interact with people. It goes a long way to comment on somebody's post that they took time to throw up. If somebody put up a picture of themselves and a thought out caption and they get a thoughtful comment from you, it goes a long way, right? Like, how many of you guys appreciate when someone comments on your stuff? I do. Like, it kills my vibe if I don't get enough likes or comments, right? So like, people love that. People love to get the interaction, and you saying like beautiful picture could really go a long way. So you're, as easy as you can, you're interacting with people. Messaging, okay, you have to be having those private conversations. So whether you're asking them what they're cooking for dinner because it looks like they're doing something on their story, or you're asking how their kids are doing, or you're getting to know them, you're creating those relationships. Worst case scenario, you make a new friend. Okay, that's not the worst thing that's happened to anybody. It would be amazing to just make new friends. So we literally have a job that allows us to make new friends. Like, you can't beat that with a stick. So you're messaging people, you're getting to know them, and for me, like, that's been huge. And I noticed that at the end of last month, I was telling this to Nathan, is I met a girl on social media that was just a part of me doing random following and then messaging stories, following up. And we've just become like pretty close, of like just her responding to my stories, me responding to hers. And at the end of the month, she like sent me this long message, and I'm not going to put her business out there, but she sent me this long message about what she had been going through, and told me a little bit of her story. And I was just like in shock that A, somebody was going through that, but B, that they felt comfortable enough to like confide in me. And to me, this was a perfect stranger. So you can create relationships like that. And like, her story for me was so impactful. So whether she'll ever like join this business or anything doesn't really matter to me. I've created a relationship, you know, that is incredible. So I encourage you guys to do that. And when you realize that the business is a lot bigger than like that quick sell, your relationships will become more genuine, and then the sales and stuff like that will follow. So you're messaging, you're posting, you're following, you're doing that self-development, you're interacting, and then you're following up. So at a certain point, you have to reach back out to people and say, hey, at the end of the month, there were people that I had messaged 7 times with no response, and they still became a loyal customer. So you're not going to drive the right people away. Okay. The only way that they're going to stop getting followed up by me is if they block me. And then that's fine. Then we know we're good on that. Right. So follow up with people. Okay. Sometimes it takes people a while. I am somebody that you have to follow up with. If I'm going to buy something from you, just really as a way to support, you're probably going to have to ask me 10 times, because I'll be driving when I said I was going to do it the first time and forget when I get home. Like, people are busy. So you're not driving someone crazy by following up. Just be genuine yourself. Like, hey girl, have you had a chance to check it out? Nothing crazy. So from following up so much, I don't know if I've actually ever been blocked, maybe a couple times. But for most people, they are going to appreciate the follow up. And if they can't right now, they just probably won't respond. It's not an end all be all. Okay. So is the 6 list good for everybody? Just give me some thumbs up if that makes sense. That's like the bare minimum of what you're doing every day. Okay. So that's probably like, we're going Ruby. Okay. I do the 6 list probably 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day, over and over again. That's what I'm doing all day. But I want you guys to go back to this list. You need to keep this list handy of the characteristics of the person and think about what else they would add. So at the end of the month, I went from like, I don't feel like going live to I went live like 5 times a day. Right. So you guys need to step outside of your comfort zone. Start going live. Let people get to know you. It's okay if you stumble over your words. How many times do I do that on our Zooms? I'll just be talking mid-sentence and forget the whole word, right? It doesn't matter. For you guys, that should like be some comfort to know that, hey, if she can get on and do a Zoom and can't even speak a straight sentence, then I can probably handle it too, right? Like, everybody is capable of this. So you showing up with a few imperfections, if anything, is going to encourage other people to show up, right? So go live. It doesn't have to be about the business, you guys. Go live. If you're going to straighten your hair, I want you guys to look. This is how I have to talk to myself, all right? It's a little bit off topic, but this is important. This is going to be key, okay? Do nothing for free. Put that in the comments. Do nothing for free. Start telling yourself this. This is what I have to tell myself. Do nothing for free. Like, if I'm going to have to put on makeup, which I don't enjoy doing it, I'm going to go live and do it, because I'm not going to do anything for free, right? Like, if I'm going to fix my hair, I'm going to go do it on live, because I'm not going to do anything for free. If I'm going to have to cook dinner for my family, which I personally do not like to do, then I'm going to go live while I'm cooking and have conversations. Every single thing that you're doing, you could be doing it on live, sharing it with your friends, and making it an income producing activity on top of what you already have to do. If you're cleaning your house, film it on TikTok, little snippets, and post a TikTok of you cleaning. People love that. Like every single thing that you're doing, I want you to start thinking, how can I make this productive for my business? Everything that you're doing. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer for your business. I want you guys to start showing up like these characteristics. So if you're wanting to, how many of you guys would like to enroll like a Barb on your downline, or a me, or an Alyssa, or a Deanna, or a Shalisa, or a Charlene, or a Stephanie, right? How many of you guys would like to enroll? Even a yourself, you're like, I just want a me. Like, I want a me, right? Okay. And then I want you to ask yourself, am I even working like that, right? So what do I want on my team? I want somebody that's going to step up and say, I'm going live on the team page because I have this good idea. Like Steph today, she told me she had a good idea. She's like, should I go live? 100% you should. You should go live if you have any kind of idea. I want people that are going to start showing up for the team and share those snippets that they have. They learned something new today when they were reading their book. You're going live and you're showing up and you're sharing your team. You're showing up as a leader, right? If you want to enroll these kind of people, you have to act like it, or otherwise, why would they join you? They would join that person, right? If you want to enroll a Barb, you're going to have to act like a Barb, or if not, they're just going to join with Barb, right? Like you have to start showing up as the person that you're hoping to enroll, or you're not going to attract those kind of people, right? So you're going to have to start showing up like these characteristics. You're going to have to start showing up as a leader. So that's the first step, is the basics of your 6 list is your bare minimum. And then anything that feels uncomfortable, you should do it. Okay. If it feels uncomfortable to go live, that's what you should do. If it feels uncomfortable for you to start making TikToks, you should make TikToks. I don't know how else to say that, but like that's what's working right now. Okay. If it feels uncomfortable for you to talk about what the business has done for you, then you should talk about it. If it feels uncomfortable to talk about your why, you should do that. Okay. Whatever feels the most uncomfortable, that's probably what you should be doing. And it's once you start doing that, it's going to just open up yourself to this world of possibilities of the things that you could accomplish once you kind of break past those barriers. Because after you get past it, you're like, holy hell, I can do anything, right? So that's step 1. Step 2 is that you have to have a chart, okay? This is a business, not a sorority. So like, while we are great at making friends and hanging out and doing all the fun things in social media, like this is a business. Like you have numbers, you have things that you need to know to be able to accomplish it. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple tips. So one, if you have an iPad, Good Notes is an incredible app. So iPad, Good Notes. Yep, Barb's got it. I chart on Good Notes, and I will tell you that I literally only use my iPad for my planner and my charting, and it was the best purchase I ever made. I'm not very like technologically advanced with it. I'm sure there's a million things that can be done on it, but to me, it was worth the money for literally charting. So if you have one of those, get the Good Notes app because it's huge in charting. Okay, if you don't have that, then print a chart and either use a pencil or laminate it and use a dry erase marker so that you're constantly changing it, because this should be something that you're updating every day. Like at the end of the month, I had my little iPad out. A whiteboard is another good tip. If anybody has a tip for how you chart that works well, throw it in the comments. But at the end of the month, I had my iPad out, and every single time I got an order, I'm erasing that volume and counting it up. And I knew exactly what was needed, so that by the 1 a.m. where we were pushing it, I knew exactly what I needed. There was no like second guessing. For a second there, I scrambled my math up and I was like, but I know that I did this right because I was tracking this every single second. Okay. So I want you guys to drop a 1 in the comments if you know how to chart. Drop a 2 if you're like, I do not know how to chart. Hopefully we're getting mostly 1s, but it is okay if you're 2. A 1.5. Okay. So it needs to be your mission that by the end of tomorrow, you know how to chart. Okay. If you go to YouTube, there are 8,773 trainings on how to chart. If you do not know how to chart by the end of the day tomorrow, you just don't want it bad enough. That's just the end of it. So if you really want this, you need to know how to chart. If you watch a video and you look at things and you still don't understand, you need to ask somebody. Okay. You need to get it solid so that you know exactly what you need. If you do not have a chart, I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably not going to promote. And that's just how it's going to be. If you don't have a chart, you don't know what you need, you're probably not going to promote. So you need to have a chart handy. You need to know exactly what you need. So the first thing is that we're doing our 6 list. Okay. That's the bare minimum. The second thing is that we're getting out of our comfort zone. Oh, it works on your phone. Amazing. So everybody could use Good Notes, really. I think that's the best way to do it.
it syncs with your phone. So like I have good notes on my phone and on my iPad. So if I ever don't have my iPad, I still have all of my notebooks, all of my charts, everything is with me. You need
I'm gonna have to download it. I think it was $10, but it's like a one-time fee. It's not a monthly thing.
Best investment ever. I was just telling somebody about it today. Honestly, best investment. Yeah, Canadian, it's like $10.99.
Okay, so I need to get that on my phone, but it's a one-time fee. It's not something that you have to pay monthly. Definitely an incredible investment. And the way that it works is like you can also keep a notes tab. So if like there's people that you need to follow up with, you can have like a tab there. Barb, is yours handy where you can just kind of hold it up to the screen?
Yeah. What do you want me to show? So this is like my notes that I'm writing on tonight, right? So like you can just literally make notes about anything that you like. So I have a notebook for like faith stuff, family stuff, our mindset calls. I keep all my notes separate. So you can have like unlimited amount of notebooks, and then you can have unlimited amount of charts. So I have every chart saved blank, and then you just duplicate it and you write right in it, and it's awesome. So you can just change it. Like this is Julia April chart. Now I'm gonna let a new one duplicate it and do Julia May chart, and be able to track that way. And it honestly is such a game changer. Like the amount of things that you can do. I love that you can write. If you're somebody that likes like pen and paper, you can write it with like your pen in here. It'll convert it to text for you. And my favorite thing about it is, when you're like, I know I wrote a note down about whatever it was, whatever topic it was, you can literally search and it will go through and find anywhere in any of your notebooks, in any of your charts that you wrote that word. So it's been so handy a million times over. This was my big investment last year. I never had an iPad before. I didn't really feel like I wanted one, and it was a game changer for me. But the fact is that I don't have to have it with me all the time. If I use that kind of like a computer when I'm at home, even if I don't have it, I can open up from my phone and I can see everybody's charts. But there's no excuse, guys, because even if you don't have a pen, like you can zoom in on it on your phone and you can just use the text box and you can type in whatever you want, and it keeps it super neat and clean. But there's no excuses for anyone, honestly, to not have a chart, because it's like shooting at a target with a blindfold on. You have to know where it is that you're trying to get to. And like today, it's the beginning of the month. I had one of our upcoming leaders here today. We went through her charts and predicted out her volume in every single leg. So she knows exactly what she needs in every single spot. So it's a clear goal. And now she can just knock it down one by one with every customer and every distributor that she signs to complete her goals and to get where she wants to be. And every single one of us needs to be doing that. And if you don't have a goal, it's easy to get stale and it's easy to like just stall out, honestly. So I highly, highly recommend it. Good Notes is like a game changer. You guys have seen me on our calls too for charting. Yeah. Anytime I've pulled a chart and written on it, it's Good Notes.
Yeah, I love it. It's so handy because and honestly, it took me a long time to buy an iPad too, because I was like, I don't need to already have a computer, phone, all that kind of stuff. But I really think that for me, like I love the writing too, but like the printed charts, I'm too chaotic. Like I'm not an organized person. So like I would lose the paper.
I had a million notebooks I'd lose everywhere.
Yeah, it's too much. So the iPad, I'm like, I can handle this. But even if you don't have that, however you have to do it in this moment, I made it 5 years to triple diamond with just paper, no iPad. So anybody can do it. You don't need the iPad. You need yourself to be committed to saying, hey, like whatever it takes right now, I'm going to have this plan out. I'm going to get it done. So I want you guys to commit to doing a chart. All right. I want you to have it done by the end of tomorrow night. And so if you don't know how to do that, watch training video. Barb has done many. I've done some. They're on the team page, YouTube. You can find it. Okay. If you're really committed to this, and most of you guys that are still on the Zoom, you put 90 days committed in the box and you said that you were committed. So if you are, I expect you guys to have a chart by the end of the day tomorrow. Go ahead and predict out those volumes, which if you don't know how to do, I'll try to make a little note of that, but it should be in the charting stuff. Go ahead and predict out the volume so that when you sign a loyal customer, you're like, this loyal customer goes here, boom, I'm done. Like that's one check off your box, right? So you are on a mission, because if you don't know exactly what you need, and that's going to be the last thing, is you need to know exactly what you need. So by the end of the day tomorrow, you need to know how many distributors you need to enroll, how much volume you need to have to get this done. Okay. How many of you guys know that information right now? Like, you know exactly how many distributors you need, how much volume you need. Just yes or no in the comments. Yes. Good. Whoa, this is good for my soul. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I didn't even expect yeses. Good deal. Okay, so it's going to be huge, you guys. When you guys know exactly what you need, you're going to push a lot harder, right? So like at the end of the month, I knew, like, I was counting it down, and that's the last thing, is that go ahead and claim it. If you need like 2,000 in volume, let's say, to hit your goal, I want you to divide that by 60, okay? And say, I need whatever that'd be, 62 orders to hit my goal. And then not only that, but it's going to be your mission that, like, holy cow, if I get this sell, it really needs to be at least 60 BV. So you're going to be doing that upsell. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that. If you're going to be getting a 120 volume, and then you're like, now that's 2 cells gone, right? So it's going to push you in all the right ways if you know exactly what you need. Not only that, but people seeing you count it down. Like at the end of the night, I stopped updating the countdown, and people were just like, I don't know if she has it, but like, I'm going to place my order. And so that's how they all came in at the last minute, is people saw 5 orders left. And this one girl was like, I just placed an order because I was like, I am not going to see this girl upset tomorrow if she missed it by 3 orders. And I was like, big mood. So when you guys are counting that down, people are excited to get involved with you, right? And so, that's the thing, is that you need to know exactly what you need, and you need to be able to be bold enough to share that with your followers. All right. You might not hit it. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay. It'll be inspiring to people that you didn't hit a goal and you still keep fighting for it. That's how my March was. What month was it? Yeah. That's how my March was. Didn't quite hit it. And April, people were like, she's going to do it this month, right? We're human. It's okay if things aren't perfect. But if you show up and you're excited, people are going to be excited to support you guys. So if anybody has any questions, I want you guys to drop them in the comments and let me know. But for 90 days, I want you guys to be committed to showing up as this person, the person that you put on the list. You're capable of showing up with all those same characteristics. I want you to set your alarm a little bit earlier. Okay. Stay up a little bit later. Send 10 more messages. When you think about going to bed tomorrow and you haven't done that chart, I want you to imagine me in your face asking you if you did your chart, right? Like, get it done. Do those things that are a little bit hard. Go the extra mile. Like Alyssa said, that's perfect. Go the extra mile. Show up every single day, because at the end of this month, at the end of July, when it's July 30th and July 31st, what you do on those 2 days isn't going to matter as much as what you did May 4th, May 5th, May 6th, May 7th, May 8th. Those are the days that it's going to matter when it's July 30th and 31st. Did you show up every single day for 90 days? Did you plant those seeds? Because what I know about me right now is, like, I have to commit to another 90-day run because I just bloomed all the seeds that I planted for 90 days, right? Like, almost all of them, I was plucking up those flowers. So now I know that it's going to be a couple months of really going hard and planting. But if I have a big goal at the end of July, then I know I need to plant like double, right? Because I need to make sure that I have enough things that are ready to bloom at the end of July. So, which one do you watch? Any of them, all of them, however many you need to watch until it makes sense and you understand how to chart. And you guys, don't hesitate to ask somebody. If you watch these videos and you really try and you still don't understand, just ask someone. Yeah, Barb's is a really good one, and it's on there. And so is the, I think it's Steph Dunn that does like a really simple Ruby one. There's a bunch. We'll post them on the team page too. Awesome. So again, drop 90 days committed in the chat box if you guys are down for this. But I'm really excited. I think this is going to be amazing. I hope that I start seeing the team page popping, because you guys are wanting to enroll leaders. So I'm expecting that I see some of you guys going live and sharing your tips there, making posts. You guys would be amazed at how much of a difference it makes when our team page is popping, when people are showing up. I expect to see more people than ever on the Zooms. You know, we've been really committed to these, to making these happen for you every morning at 8 a.m. Barb and Shalisa are doing their Zoom. 9 a.m. It's usually me or Bria. 10 a.m. one of the Cali girls are on there, or Steph. One of the Cali girls or Steph. And then every Sunday night, Alyssa's committed to doing story series, which has been amazing because so many of you guys, just drop a yes in the comments if you've learned a lot from Alyssa's story trainings on how to like improve your social media and get those stories up. It's been awesome. She makes it super easy, goes to the details of that. And then Wednesday night, I do some kind of training. Tonight was just we have to get going early. So I was going to wait for Wednesday, but I was like, I can't, we have to do it Monday. We can't waste time. So Wednesday night, and then there's so many, you guys, there's a training probably every night of things going on. Check the team page. But I expect to see more and more people on here showing up, seeing your faces, your cameras on, your phones away, like you're paying attention. You're really excited to learn and be engaged. And it's going to make a huge difference, you guys. So I'm excited. I'm going to give you guys one last challenge is I want you to make a post on the team page. And I want you to share with me your goal for the end of July, your 90 days committed. And then I want you to tell me about yourself in a way that you're using some of these words. I want you to explain that, like, I am going presidential July 31st, and I'm committed to showing up as my most authentic self. I'm going to be hardworking. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to push when I am exhausted. I'm going to be my normal, funny, genuine self. Like whatever, I want you to talk about yourself in the way as if this is the person that you are, okay? Because all of you guys are capable of being that. If you look up to this person, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If you look up to this person, it's because you see a little bit of yourself in them. If you're honest with yourself, you like that person because you see something that you feel like is very equivalent to who you are. There's something relatable about them that you're like, I like that because that really vibes with me, which goes to tell me that you're capable of all those characteristics that they have. And so I'm really excited to see you guys start showing up as the people that I know that you guys are capable of being. Absolutely send your charts with your projected volumes to your uplines, and commit. That's going to really help you commit, because if you send me your chart and I see what's going on, I'm going to be checking in, you know, every couple of days, like, how are we getting, where are we at? And it'll hold you committed. Like I send Barb my updated chart, like at the end of the month, it was like 4 times a day. I'm like, look, this is where I'm at. Look, this is where I'm at. And just having that person that you can share that chart with is going to be awesome. So hopefully I'm about to see some really exciting posts on the team page. I love you guys so much. I'm so proud of y'all. This year has been amazing, and to think that like this is only the beginning just gets me so freaking fired up. I'm really excited for July and just seeing like the changes that are going to be made. I know that some of you guys are going to be in a different place, and that gets me really excited. That job that you have to go to tomorrow that you're not excited about, I'm excited that come August 1st you're not going to that same job, right? Those people that you're surrounded with now that are holding you back, I'm excited to see you start learning how to set those boundaries and create your circle to be a lot higher of a standard. And come August 1st you have whole new friendships. So I'm really excited. I think that there's going to be a lot of changes, and I cannot wait to see it. So I love you guys. I hope everyone has a good night. Wait, I almost forgot. I'm going to do a picture. Turn on your camera. And I want you guys to do a boomerang for your story.
And if you guys have your rank written down, now would be a good time to do a boomerang with this showing.
Let me write mine. I'm going to make mine cuter later, but. All right. Okay. Ready, you guys? Okay, and if you get a cute one, share it in your chats on the team page. But I'm so excited, you guys. I hope everyone has an awesome night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.